Hey guys, my name's Meg, and today I'm going to show you how you can build an automation that takes new orders that come in through email and updates a spreadsheet with the new production totals. I originally built this out for a client who was spending hours per week updating their production spreadsheet based on all of the new orders that came in at the beginning of the week. And so after realizing how much time this saved him and how much time this could save other businesses, I wanted to share how I built this out. I built a mock company just for the purposes of this video, and it is a rice ball company. So the idea is that they make these items, and each week they have this production spreadsheet that needs to be updated with any new orders that come in. So this is just a really simple one that I built. Yours probably will look a lot more complex than this, whatever system you use to keep track of all of your future production. And I'm also going to show you what an order that comes in through email might look like, which is really, really standard. Basically, just item name and quantity. There's going to be a lot of other information that you might want to capture, and you still can with this automation. But for the purposes of this video, I just want to show you how you can update the production totals based on new orders that come in. So let's go over into make.com. That's where I like to build out the automation. And we'll create a new scenario. And we'll start with our email trigger. So we'll go to Gmail, watch emails, and we'll connect the appropriate account where the order emails come through. We are going to use a Gmail filter that says subject, rice ball order in this case, and mark email. We'll mark the email red once it's been fetched, and we'll limit the number of results to 1. So press OK there. And then we'll do another module that iterates the attachment, because the order form that I showed you is a PDF. So we want to grab that PDF file from the email. And then we want to I'll search for pdf.co to convert that PDF into text. So these all look correct. We'll change this to sync. And we want to change this one to JSON output. Press OK. Then from here, we're going to use a ChatGPT module, create a completion. This is connected to my OpenAI account, and we're going to use 4.0. And we're going to use system as our first message to assign it a role. So I already have some prompts that I know are going to work well for the specific automation because I've already built it for another client, a real client system. So I'm going to just paste that in here. But it says you're an AI assistant specialized in extracting order information from Rice Ball Co. purchase orders and converting location names to match specific name conventions. Your task is to accurately parse through the given text, extract key details, and structure them into a JSON format while ensuring location names are converted correctly. I can add this prompt to the description as well. So then the second message that we'll send is where most of the magic happens. Let me grab that and put it in. Oh, I don't like when it does this, but it didn't grab the formatting that I had. So it's really messy. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to be using make.com to build out the automation. So we'll click create a new scenario. And we will start the trigger for this automation as watch emails in Gmail. So I'm going to connect the correct Gmail account here. And I'm going to say Gmail filter. And then we're going to put subject new rice ball order. And we're going to mark it red when fetched. From now on, we're going to add a new module, another Gmail module, and click Iterate Attachments so that it grabs the PDF order that I just showed you. We're going to take that PDF order and we want to convert it into text. So I use pdf.co for this. Convert from PDF. And down here, I want to say JSON output. And here I'm going to change this to sync. Press OK. So our next module is going to be a ChatGPT create a completion. It's already connected to my OpenAI account. Here we're going to use the 4.0 model. And I'm going to add in our first message as a system role. And then I will paste in this prompt that I already know works. It's assigning the system a role, telling it what it's doing. And you can pause to read through this, but I'm also going to add it in the description below. Here we're going to say user. And I'm going to paste this in. I'll review this one. So what we want is for ChatGPT to extract from the text. We want the location name so that we know that it goes in the appropriate column. We want the item name. We want the quantity. And then we want to make sure that the naming convention from our original order matches our destination spreadsheet. So if you noticed on the original order PDF, it said SF instead of San Francisco. So we're asking ChatGPT to standardize that name so that it can match up with the production spreadsheet. And then here, we're asking for a structured JSON format, but the reason we're defining that here in ChatGPT is so that it consistently outputs the exact JSON format. So if I didn't include this, then it's going to have different names every single time. Instead of location name, it might just say place name, or it probably wouldn't say that, but this wouldn't be consistent every time, and we need this variable to be consistent so that we can reference it later. And finally, this is also very important, I found, because sometimes ChatGPT will output JSON with this text in front of it, and that can't be read later in this automation. So next I'm going to add one more message, and that's going to be the content from the previous PDF module, which is the text from the original order PDF. So here I'm going to put 4096, show advanced settings, change the temperature to 0.2. If you want a reason for why I do that, it's basically because I don't want ChatGPT to get creative in its response. I want it to be focused and well-defined. So that should all be good. We'll press OK there. And then after ChatGPT, that's going to output JSON. So we're going to want to parse that JSON response. So here we're going to reference the result from ChatGPT. Press OK. And then from here, I'm actually going to run this once. Run anyway. Okay, let's see what it came up with. Great. So we got the location name and then each individual item name and quantity there. So then we'll add another module, which will be a router. And the reason we want to do this is because we have 3 routes. Each route is going to be dependent on the location that the order is from. So here we're going to set up a filter and we're going to name it San Francisco. I'm going to put the location name should be equal to San Francisco. Then the second one will be, I think we had East Bay or Marin. And then finally, the third filter will be East Bay. We're going to start with the San Francisco route. Go to Flow Control and click Iterator. And what we're going to do is take all of these items from the JSON module so that it goes through each item individually. Next, we are going to go to Google Sheets and search rows. So what this module is doing is it's going to grab the values that already exist in our spreadsheet. And we want to do this because instead of replacing these values altogether, we want to update the production totals by adding our new quantities to these existing values. So back here, we're going to select the correct spreadsheet. Make sure you grab the sheet that those values are on. And then this filter here is going to be rice ball type. And this should equal the rice ball name. We want to return a maximum number of 1 row. So press OK. And now we're going to set a few variables. So first off, we want the location column. And this is going to be hard-coded in. So this route corresponds to San Francisco. So we're going to look at our production spreadsheet and see that it's in column B. So here we're going to hard-code B. Press OK. Add in another set variable. So then this one is going to be the item row. So press row number. And then finally, we are going to do one more set variable. And we can name this one cell address. So this will be the location column and the item row. What that is doing is it's finding the exact address of the cell. So for example, spicy tuna in San Francisco is B2. And our last module is going to be another Google Sheets module. Update a cell. So I just ran the operation and you can see that it all went through successfully. There were 4 different line items that it had to update. And we can look here and see that it took the existing value and added in the new quantity. So let's go to our spreadsheet now. And we can see that all of these totals have been updated. So now for the remaining 2 routes, select whole branch, there we go. And then I'm going to copy that in. Okay, that worked, except for it changed this filter to San Francisco because it was copied to the clipboard. So I just switched that back to Marin. And then this is going to stay the same. This now is going to change to, no, sorry, this one is going to actually stay the same as well. But this is going to change to C, the column C, because that corresponds to where Marin is. And then let's check our other values. So this is still row number referencing this Google Sheet. And then this final one stays the same as well. And then this down here, formula will change to Marin, to reference Marin. Great. And then finally, we'll repeat that process for our final route, which is East Bay. And I'm going to delete this. Change this back to East Bay. I'm not really sure if there's a better way to do this part so that I don't have to redo these filters down here. If you do, let me know in the comments how I can be more efficient with that process. Again, these two things stay the same, but this one will change to D, column D, because we're now in the East Bay route. And this stays the same, this stays the same. And our Google Sheets, we will change this variable to East Bay. Great. I'm going to save that there. So now we have a complete automation. I'm going to align it for updating this production spreadsheet based on new emails that come in. And one last thing that I wanted to mention is maybe you have a production day, so these totals will reset after that production day. So if you wanted to do that, you'd create another automation. I'm going to save those changes to just basically put those values, set them to 0 on 1 or 2 days of the week whenever you run production and you're done with production. Update a range, or actually I could just do clear values from a range. Going to use that same spreadsheet. Whoops. I'll just grab the ID from the URL. So we'll do / copy in that spreadsheet link ID. And then this one is just called sheet 1. And let's see the range. So that's going to be B2 through D5. Press OK. And then you're going to schedule this for, let's say, days of the week. So every Thursday at, 7 p.m. Okay. Then save that. So now these production values will reset to 0. I didn't actually run the automation right now, but that's what would happen. That way, for our new orders coming in, this is a clean slate. Awesome. So I just finished up that automation and I hope you learned something and can build that for yourself if you're interested. And I also offer custom automation solutions. So if you'd like me to build one for you, please just send me an email or message me. Sending me an email is probably the best, but I'll put some contact info down in the description, as well as a link to make.com if you don't have an account already, and also that ChatGPT prompt that I used so that you can copy and paste that for yourself. One other note is about pricing on what this automation costs to run. And in the case of my client, this is so few operations per month that he doesn't even need to have a paid Make account. You get up to 1,000 free operations per month. And the next tier, if you reach your operations limit, is a $10.59 per month subscription plan with Make for 10,000 operations. So that's as much as it would cost you. I guess there is one other expense, which is your OpenAI API. Again, this is fractions of cents that we're talking for each operation. So I'm not sure that he actually spends past the $5 allocated free credit that there is within OpenAI. So overall, what I'm saying is once you build this operation or automation, it's extremely affordable and way more affordable than buying some off-the-shelf software solution with a ton of features that you don't need. This is my first full-length YouTube video. I used to do TikToks, and now I'm going to try to do more content like this. So if you enjoyed, thank you. And it's only going to get better from here. I'll practice and just keep trying to produce this content. So please subscribe, like, comment, all the things that people say to try to grow their channel. I am really excited to be making videos on YouTube to try to help people, especially small to medium food businesses who can really leverage automation and AI enhanced automation. I didn't give any context at the beginning, but I'm Meg and I'm a generative AI consultant. I help. Okay, all the things are turning on right now. Where's that music even coming from? Okay, that was so hectic. Yeah, I'm a generative AI consultant. I help businesses establish AI foundational literacy so that they know what tools are available, any ethical and safety concerns that they should address first and foremost, and then ways that they can integrate it into their own operations. Great to be here, and I'll see you in the next video.